Majjhima Patipada Agatena Abhisambuddha Chakkukarani Jnanakarani Patipada Upasamaya Abhinyaya Sambodhaya Nibbanaya Samvattati Katamacha sabhikkhave Majjhima patipada Tathagatena Abhisambuddha Chakkukarani Jnanakarani Upasamaya Abhinyaya Sambodhaya Nibbanaya Samvattati Ayameva Aryo Attangiko Maggo Siyatidam Sammaditthi Samma Sankappo Samma Vaca Samma Kammanto Samma Ajivo Samma Vayamo Samma Sati Samma Samadhi Ayanko sabhikkhave Majjhima patipada Tathagatena Abhisambuddha Chakkukarani Jnanakarani Upasamaya Abhinyaya Sambodhaya Nibbanaya Samvattati Idam kupana bhikkhave dukkhaṃ ariya saccam
in that way, like in practice of meditation, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, you are supposed to select a clean place where you get nice ventilation and a silent place, or like a lonely place. Maybe in your home itself, if you have a prayer room, you can select that, or maybe outside.
Use this knowledge base to try and see how we can go about doing that. Obviously, in such a short time, I don't think we will be really able to make that kind of spectacular progress. However, my objective would be to try and present to you a possibility that you can
Same old story that I was reading for the nth time. I thought writing my thesis was suddenly very boring. I had no idea how I would finish the project. I felt vague and emotionless. In this passage, the Samaritan woman asks Jesus, a Jew, who approached her for a drink of water.
Small thing. I wanted to sort of self-reflect on that fact that there's Bhakti Yoga, there's Karma Yoga, where it's a daily thing. It's a continuous thing. It's a 24/7, 365-day thing. Raja Yoga, or the lifestyle yoga, is really a lifestyle. We cannot summarize or simplify yoga to a 1-hour practice session at a gymnasium over a
Sadhguru said, have you noticed, I never talk with him until the discourse is over. Because when I talk to them before that, we go up without hearing the discourse. But he's hearing those discourses, and God will slowly enter his heart. And sure enough, after some years,
hit Zarbe ilallah to the heart. La ilaha illallah. 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 Number 4. La ilaha illallah.
So the karmic cycle is very simple. So that is the soul which is bound by the karma. And the more of raga and dvesha, or attachment or aversion the person does with mind, body and soul. Sorry, man, vachan and kaya, mind, body and speech, the person binds more karma. So the whole process of a Jain upasaka, whether he is the householder or the monk, the whole process
Same way, the mind also has 2 optional aspects within it. One is grahanam, dharanam. What does that mean is, basically, whatever the knowledge it is able, it will be able to have it within itself. Lot of knowledges which you will gain, so it will be very focused. Hearing.
everyone. Greetings to you from Ashtanga Yoga Mandir, and we warmly welcome all of you to the first Dhyana program in 2021. Dhyana is an online meditation program which brings you the ancient philosophy of meditation together with the guided meditation practices. We launched this program December last year, and in that series, we conducted 12 discourses covering Vedic, Buddhist, Christian, Sufi, Zen perspective of meditation. Due to the positive feedback and the enthusiasm shown by the audience, we have decided to continue the Dhyana program on a monthly basis. And today is our first program for 2021 on the eve of Navam Poya. So before we proceed, I would like to request you to keep your microphones muted and to switch on your videos as a mark of respect. And if you have any questions, please put them on the chat. There will be a question and answer session after the talk. So to start the program, let me invite Amal, a member of Ashtanga Yoga Mandir, to welcome the guest speaker today, Mr. Upul Gamagesa, and the other invitees.
Hi everyone, welcome you all. Good evening. So thank you for joining for the second session of first session of Dhyana program for the year before Navam Full Moon Poya Day. Today our speaker is Mr. Upul Gamage from Nilambe Meditation Center, Gampaha. To give a little background about Mr. Upul, he's a resident meditation teacher at the Nilambe Meditation Center, Kandy in Sri Lanka, which is frequently visited by Westerners, Sri Lankan Sangha members, and laymen. He also teaches meditation in both English and Sinhala language at monasteries, hospitals, prisons, schools, travels regularly to Europe and Hong Kong to conduct Dhamma talks and meditation sessions. He is a student of one of the Sri Lanka's best-known meditation teachers, the late Acharya Godwin Samararatna. So we thank you very much for accepting our invitation today and making this time for everybody. And also we have a couple of very eminent speakers who were with us last December for the Dhyana program. Reverend Rosario Father, and also we have our Theros, and we have noted there are a couple of more Theros who had joined up with us today. So thank you very much for joining, and I would warmly welcome Mr. Upul to take over the session. So after the session, we will go to the question and answer session. So whatever the questions that you come across, you can post it in the chat box, and we will take the questions after 7:30. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Ayubowan, Namaste, and good afternoon. Dear friends, first, I really would like to appreciate this opportunity to have some kind of spiritual exchanging. Therefore, I would like to express my gratitude towards the Ashtanga Yoga Mandir in Colombo. You are doing a great service towards the entire world. Especially today, the whole world needs some kind of authentic light and guidance. So thank you very much for inviting me to join for your this wonderful service today. And dear friends, I was told that a lot of Nilambe friends are here today. I'm really happy to know about it. And also a lot of friends of the Ashtanga Yoga Mandir in Sri Lanka. Somehow, we all are walking in the same direction, and we might be meet in somewhere, maybe not physically, but of course psychologically and spiritually. And dear friends, we were listening to some of very interesting ideas and teachings just a few minutes before. From the master of the Ashtanga Yoga Mandir. And now you are listening to me. I am speaking and you are listening. And after this talk, you are going to speak or you are going to ask questions, and I'll be listening. So when we reflect on this very simple event, one can go deeper into some realizations. One can discover one of the very beautiful phenomena of nature. So I am speaking and you are listening. And when you are speaking, I am listening. When the master is speaking, we all are listening. So this is some kind of exchange activity. And dear friends, when we reflect on this phenomena, we can understand the nature of universe. What we are doing in our life, simply we are exchanging things, physical things, materialistic things, emotional things, psychological things, and spiritual things. What we are doing in our life, we are always exchanging things. That is called living. And on the other hand, one can say living means fulfilling own needs. That is also very true. What we are doing in our life, we are trying to fulfill our needs, whatever, physical or psychological or emotional or spiritual, whatever need. We are making an effort to fulfill needs, whatever we meet. Sometimes it is possible and sometimes not possible. But from the beginning of our life up to now, what we have done and what we are doing, whenever we realize that there is a need, then we want to fulfill it. We don't like to live with a vacuum. We want to do something to fulfill it. And therefore, the next step is expectations. Whenever a need comes to us, whenever a need is speaking to us, then immediately we make an expectation. An expectation arises. So we expect certain things from certain people or certain places to fulfill that need. So they are going together. Ordinary needs and expectations are going together. When we do shopping, needs are there and expectations are there. We go to a supermarket with some needs, to fulfill some needs, and with some expectations. We expect certain goods from that supermarket. And dear friends, if we can fulfill all of our needs, then of course, no place for the unhappiness, no place for sadness. Whatever need is there, and soon after, if we can fulfill it, then that means we can fulfill our expectations. Then no space for any sorrow. But practically, we all know this, that it is not possible, it is impossible to fulfill all of our needs, or it is not possible to fulfill all of our expectations. Always there is a gap between what we expect and what we can gain. So the Buddhism speaks about the dissatisfactoriness or pain for this. For what? The gap between our expectations and what we can really have. If the gap is too small, then the pain is too small. And if the gap is big, then the pain is also big. So if you want to minimize suffering or disappointments, then either we had to fulfill all of our needs or we had to minimize our expectations. The first one is very difficult, but the second one is possible, but we had to make a lot of effort for that. And that's why meditation is important. So according to the first discourse given by the Lord Buddha, it is called Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta, the very first discourse. In this very first discourse, the Lord Buddha describes this phenomena very well in details. It is called Four Noble Truths. The first one is this sorrow feeling. And the second one, the reason, the cause. The cause is too many expectations. And the third one, it's a logical understanding, if we can minimize or let go of unrealistic and unreasonable expectations, then no pain, then no place for any sadness or disappointment. And what is the fourth noble truth is meditation. Bhavana, that is the Pali word for meditation, bhavana. Bhavana means cultivation. That is the literal meaning of this beautiful word, bhavana. Cultivation, cultivating, developing. Developing what? Cultivating what? Our entire personality. Especially our inner self, our inner skills and inner qualities. That is the meditation according to the Buddhism. So, dear friends, we expect certain things from certain people. As a child, he or she has many expectations from his or her parents. Also, parents have expectations from their children. And it is going on and on. Therefore, sometimes I ask some meditators, especially when we do some meditation retreats, I ask this, that are you aware about your expectations? Better to meditate on that. This is one of the very interesting areas to discover. How many expectations are there in our mind? Are we aware about it? How many expectations, how many things we expect from our parents, from our children, from our partners, from our friends, from our relatives, from our neighbors, and from the country, from the world, from the environment, from the job. How many things we expect? Can we make a list? This is a really beautiful exercise, my dear friends. If you have a free time, or if you can find a free time, then sit quietly and try to look at inside of your mind and ask this question from your own self. Am I aware about my own expectations? How many expectations are there? How many things I expect from this and that? I think we can make a long list. And the second thing is, whenever we make an expectation from somebody, then we think that it's a duty of that person to give what we expect, give us what we expect. It's their responsibility. It's their duty. We have rights. So this is the way how this very complicated title or word or term came to our society, rights. We all are speaking about rights, and we all are fighting for rights, our own rights. according to the Buddhism, you may not agree, but according to the Buddhism, there are no rights. Buddhism never speaks about rights. But instead of that, what the Buddhism is asking us to do our duties and responsibilities. This is very clear. If you are interested in this matter, in this topic, then please study the discourse of Singalovada. It is in Digha Nikaya in Sutta Pitaka. It's a very long discourse. Do your own duties towards your parents, towards your children, towards your employees, towards your partners. So if everybody is doing their own duties, then no need to fight for rights. This is also a meditation. To be aware on our duties and responsibilities. But if we are too attached to our expectations, then we do not care about duties and responsibilities. We only think about others' duties and responsibilities towards to fulfill our expectations. Also, dear friends, we all know this very popular meditation method. It is called Anapana Sati Bhavana or Anapana Sati Samadhi. Anapana means inhale and exhale. So this is not a breathing meditation. Someone can simply translate this Anapana Sati Bhavana as breathing meditation, but it is not a complete picture. It is more like being alive with inhaling and exhaling, or be aware on inhalation and exhalation. This is one of the most popular meditation techniques in everywhere. And simply what we are doing is we are just be aware on our natural in-breath and out-breath. Or mostly what most of meditators are doing is just concentrate on the present breath. And by concentrating on the present breathing, one can calm down the mind, and also one can relax the body and tranquilize the inner system, and also discover some inner happiness, inner joy, and inner peacefulness. That's sure. But Anapana Sati Samadhi or Anapana Sati Bhavana goes further beyond that relaxation. If you are interested, then please study these both discourses given by the Lord Buddha. The first one is Mahasatipatthana Sutta, in also Sutta Pitaka, in Digha Nikaya and in Majjhima Nikaya, in long length and in middle length. And the second one is Anapanasati Sutta. It is also in the middle length. And one of the lessons what we are learning by being aware, by observing our in and out breathing is very interesting, very beautiful. We are exchanging. We are exchanging. We are doing a business with the nature, with the environment, with the universe. The nature or the environment or the universe is giving us the breath. So the universe is giving us the in-breath, the nature or the environment. That's why we can inhale, and then we have to give back to something, to the nature, to the universe. That is called exhale. No one can only do inhale and inhale and inhale and inhale. I think you know this as a yoga masters and yoga practitioners and yoga instructors. No one can do this continually. Inhaling, inhaling, and inhaling and inhaling. If we want to inhale again, before that we have to exhale. We have to give something back. This is really fascinating phenomena, dear friends. Receiving and giving. Receiving and giving. So, receiving is easier than giving. Because the ordinary minds are always expecting to receive something, to gain something, to gain more and more. That's why we are having thousands of expectations. But also I ask this to discover, to be discovered, that are we aware about others' expectations? What they expect from us? Yes, now we know what we expect from them, what we expect from our parents or children. We know, we are aware. And then can we be aware on their expectations, so what they expect from us? So how possible to get to know? The very easiest way is to ask, to communicate. This is really important. This is part of meditation. My dear mother, my dear father, my dear son, my dear daughter, my dear friends, my dear partner, let us speak about what we expect from each other. What do you expect from me? These are the things what I expect from you. So this is the way to build up relationships. So this is the way to cultivate relationships. And this is part of meditation. So cultivating sensitivity, cultivating understanding, and establishing friendliness. And the next thing is the amount of what we expect or the amount of our own expectations are bigger than what we can give back, or the percentage of what we can give them back and what we want to get from them. So if we expect things more than what we can give, that is called selfishness. And unfortunately, the whole society is going to that direction. Always expecting and demanding from everybody, even from oneself, own self. So that's why we are encountering this stressness now. Stress. Because we are pressurizing ourselves by demanding so many things. The modern society is too selfish. And somehow we are part of it. Selfish means we expect a lot of things, but we only give little things. And somehow one can say this is the way to be success. By gaining, by holding, and by grasping, one can be success. For a temporary period, yes. But for longer period, the picture might be different. Because this giving and receiving, inhaling and exhaling, this very nature is part of the universe, part of the nature. And no one can go beyond this. No one can control this beautiful phenomena. Everything is giving and receiving. Even trees, they are giving and receiving. They are giving something to the earth and receiving something from the earth. They are giving something to the air and receiving something from the air. They are giving something to the water and receiving something from water. So even the earth is giving and receiving. So everything in the universe has to follow this order, except one thing, that is called black hole. That means it is only receiving, gaining, holding, and grasping and hiding. That's why it's called black hole. It is not giving anything in return. So therefore, no one can see it. Nobody knows what is happening inside of it. It is completely dark. Full of suffering is there. Full of pressure is there. Full of ignorance is there. No generosity at all. No generosity at all in any black hole. No compassion. no friendliness, no sensitivity, no sharing, nothing. And dear friends, if we are only thinking about gaining, receiving, holding, grasping, and hiding things, then sooner or later, our inner self is becoming a black hole. That means it becomes completely dark. Completely black. Then we miss everything. No life is there. No sharing is there. No touching, no contacting. We become 100% alone. That is called 100% suffering. So, this is, therefore, there is one of the very beautiful meditation practices called Metta. Metta. It's a Pali word, and you can meet this word in Metta Sutta, in the Sutta Pitaka, in Kuddaka Nikaya, and also Mettanisansa Sutta, in also Sutta Nipata. Actually, I cannot find any suitable English word for this Pali word, beautiful Pali word, metta. Therefore, there are a couple of English translations as loving kindness, unconditional love, universal love, non-judgmental love, and some other. And the Buddhism is asking us to practice metta. That means make your heart as a flower. Make your heart as a lotus flower, radiating, fragrant of compassion, radiating, fragrant of true love, helping others without expecting anything in return as a flower. So what a beautiful picture. What we can imagine. Even when we hear this technique, Metta Bhavana, loving kindness meditation, cultivating friendliness, unconditional friendliness towards everybody, to the entire world, to all the directions. Let the society know that you are a true friend. No harm come from you. This is the message that we are radiating from our heart towards the world, towards the universe by practicing Metta Bhavana. Not only for human society, also for animal society, and also for vegetation, to the entire environment. I am a friend of you. You are fully safe in front of me because no harm comes from me. I am a true friend of you. So, by practicing this metta, we can help our heart to bloom. It is 100% opposite to the black hole. The black hole is really dangerous, too selfish. But if you can become a lotus flower, no harm, no harm. You are radiating friendliness. If your family has a member who is practicing metta, loving kindness, then it is a blessing. Actually, you don't have to ask for blessings from any higher beings. If your father or your mother or your children or whomever is practicing metta, it is a blessing for your family. So this is the best gift, whatever you can give to your family by practicing metta, by helping your heart to let go of selfishness. That means only concerning about your own needs and demands and requirements. And at the same time, by cultivating sensitivity towards others' expectations and their needs. And by practicing metta, you can be a good listener. Then others can speak about their difficulties with you. I know, children, they want to speak about their own difficulties with their parents and with their adults and with their teachers. But they are so scared and so afraid of that, afraid of others, their own parents and teachers and adults and friends. And therefore they told me that nobody is there to listen. Therefore, this metta is a very practical meditation method. Actually, we don't have to go to a cave and sit in a lotus posture and close our eyes to practice metta. We had to practice this metta in our everyday life, in the society. Let others know that they can talk to you. They can speak about their own difficulties, errors, and their own mistakes, because we don't act as a police officer or a judge. The metta is guiding us to be a good friend, a best friend, instead of being a police officer or a judge. I think nobody is expecting us a police officer or a judge. Not your children, not your parents, not your partner, not your wife or husband. even not your friend. Nobody is expecting you to behave as a police officer or judge. The whole society needs genuine friends, not only human, even the animal society needs genuine friends. Not only humans and animals, the entire vegetation, even the entire environment needs true friends. Now the environment is in a dangerous situation because of enemies. The environment is thinking that humans are enemies to them. So that's why we are having a lot of natural punishments. One of the benefits of Metta Bhavana is, there are many benefits. One of the benefits is, if you practice Metta genuinely, then no harm comes to you from the nature. You are free from, you are fully safe from all kinds of natural disasters. Because by practicing Metta, you are fulfilling one of the universal needs. Therefore, dear friends, let us now do some short meditation practice on Metta. Please make your sitting posture comfortable. And relax your body. If you can relax your body, then you can relax your mind. Feel your heart. Feel the area of your heart. Feel the gentleness and softness with your heart. Let us feel ourselves as our best friends. Let us feel ourselves as our dear friends. Now please allow your mind to remember anyone. Let people come to your mind as memories or as pictures. Are you judging them? Are you punishing them? If yes, because of whatever reason, then please make some gentle effort to let go of that judging thoughts. Please make a soft effort to let go of that judgmental mind. And can we say these beautiful words from the bottom of our hearts towards whomever comes to our mind as a memory or as an image? May you be happy. May you be happy. I am not disturbing to your happiness. May you be able to find your own happiness. I do not disturb you to find your own happiness. Instead of that, I can do my best to help you to find your own joy. Feel the heart. Feel your heart like you are feeling a lotus flower. Now, slowly, you may open your eyes. Thanks. Thank you very much, dear friends, for your friendly cooperation to this talk and this short metta meditation practice. And thank you very much, dear Amalka, for being a coordinator to this event.
Thank you, sir. To become a lotus flower with no harm to anyone, if we can all practice metta, the loving kindness, this world will become such a wonderful place where we all can live peacefully. Let me express my respect and gratitude to you, sir, dear Upulgamagi sir, for sharing this wonderful thought with us today. And also, I think it is a very timely topic because if we look at us, our own society, we have become very competitive, we hate each other, and we destroy the nature. So instead, if we can step back and practice metta, this will be a wonderful place. So with that note, we come to the end of the talk. And if we have any questions, we can take it now. I don't see any questions in the chat box. There's one question, sir. Where is this meditation? I think that's a very short question. I think this is something you explained. What he's asking is, where is this meditation comes from?
Well, this came from various sources in Buddhist teachings, Buddha's teachings. One is very popular discourse. It is called Metta Sutta or Karaniya Sutta. It is there, and that Karaniya Sutta is in the Sutta Pitaka in Kuddaka Nikaya. And that sutta, if you study that sutta, then you can meet this point that that teaching is highly asking us to practice this non-judgmental friendliness towards all living beings. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. May all living beings be at ease. No harm. And also there are a couple of references, as I said earlier, Mettanisansa Sutta, the benefits of Metta meditation. It is also in the Sutta Pitaka, in Sutta Nipata, Kuddaka Nikaya. There are 11 benefits according to that sutta. And also there is another discourse in the Sutta Pitaka, and in that discourse the Buddha said this: there are a lot of meritorious actions, meritorious practices one can do, even giving to some food to the Lord Buddha is one of the greatest meritorious actions. But if one can practice metta, even for one single second, that is more beneficial than offering alms, food to the Lord Buddha. So you can find many resources and references in everywhere in Buddhism for this beautiful meditation practice, cultivating true friendliness and unconditional love.
Thank you, sir. We are getting some couple of questions. How do we practice metta in the corporate world?
Well, actually, we had to practice metta in the cooperative world. If you are totally alone, then less needs. So when we are when you are living in a society, then of course, as I said, consciously or unconsciously, we create a lot of expectations. We expect many things from others, and they expect so many things from us. So that is very natural and normal. And also, nobody can fulfill all of our expectations, and we cannot fulfill all of their expectations. So that is the reality. No one can be capable to fulfill anyone's 100% needs and expectations. So we cannot do, and others cannot do. So that's why conflicts are arising. So I expect something from you, and you are unable to do it, and then naturally a conflict comes. If I am too engaged with my own expectation, if I strongly expect that you must do this, you must give me this, you must behave in that way. So then if you are unable to behave in that way, then what happens is I hurt myself. I hurt myself, and I think you hurt myself. And I want to hand over all the responsibilities of my pain towards your shoulders, and I think you are responsible for my pain. I am suffering because of you. So if the mind goes in that direction, then the mind wants to punish you. Mind wants to give you same pain. By giving you same pain, I think I can solve my problem. I can heal myself. This is the way the ordinary society is thinking. But actually, no one can heal own self or own mind or own heart by punishing others. This is an animal behavior. If you hurt an animal, then animal wants to hurt you. An animal thinks that is the way to cure him or herself. But we know this is not the right way. This is not the medicine to hurt ourselves. Actually, we hurt ourselves. We hurt ourselves because we are too engaged with our unrealistic and unreasonable expectations. We do not communicate with others. So if you want to practice metta, then please communicate with others. Communication. So this is one of the very beautiful ways to practice metta. The Buddhism is asking us to practice metta in 3 different ways: physically, verbally, and mentally. Metta kaya kamma, friendly physical actions. Metta vaci kamma, friendly verbal actions. Metta mano kamma, friendly psychological actions. So if you are really interested in practicing metta in the society, then be aware on your own physical, verbal, and psychological behaviors towards yourself and towards others. If any irritation or aggressive colors and shapes are there, then make an effort to let them go. Because if you are holding those ill will feelings, or if you are holding those hatred feelings towards yourself or others, if you use your heart as a storeroom to store all those garbages, then one day you will become a black hole. Instead of that, learn to help your heart to bloom by letting go of hatred and ill will, and at the same time by cultivating gentle physical bodily actions, verbal actions, and psychological actions.
Thank you, sir. We are getting a lot of questions now in the chat. So the next question, it's all about related to loving kindness, how to practice. If someone hurt me, what do you suggest?
Well, Yeah, if you have a time, then please reflect on that experience, that hurting feeling, that pain. Only then you can find out this, that an expectation was there behind that. You have expected something, you had expected something, and in somehow it didn't happen. And so you expected some happiness, but it doesn't come. And now you think that somebody is responsible for that. So this is very important to realize that no one can hurt us. Really, no one can hurt us. Of course, they can make a lot of difficulties. They can create a lot of difficulties. They can give us some tools. They can give us some weapons. But no one can shoot us. I mean, psychologically, no one can shoot us. But they can give us weapons. What we are doing is, because of the ignorance, we take those weapons and we kill ourselves. We kill our mind. We kill our heart by using others' weapons. And then we think they are responsible for this pain. Anyhow, and then please find the right time to discuss with that person. Wait for the right time. If you hurt, if you are having a lot of pain, then that is not the right time to discuss with somebody. You have to wait. And while you are waiting, do something to relax yourself. Whatever yoga or meditation or walking or whatever, please do to relax yourself. And then find a time that the other person is also relaxed. Then try to approach to that person, try to discuss about your problem. You can ask, are you aware about my pain? I am going through some pain. Are you aware? And can we discuss about it? So communication is very helpful. Try to start that conversation with friendliness, and try to continue with friendliness, and try to end up with same friendliness. So this is important. Maybe one dialogue is not enough. So if you realize that the dialogue is going in some other direction, then you better to postpone it. And again, sometime after a while, again try to speak to that person. Speaking is very important. And the very important thing is we all are humans. I am a human, you are a human, everybody is ordinary humans. Therefore, mistakes are part of us. Errors and mistakes are part of us. So please do not expect perfection from anyone. If you expect perfection, then no margin for any errors or mistakes. So we better to create a margin for ourselves and for others to do some mistakes, because it is part of us. And if you really want to cultivate your heart, cultivate your inner beauties, then learn to practice forgiveness. Try to forgive others for their past errors, past mistakes. By practicing forgiveness, you can heal yourself. Really, you can overcome your own pain by practicing forgiveness. So forgiveness is also part of metta.
Thank you, sir. Let me ask the next question. I think these all are related to each other. Sometimes we do our duties and responsibilities towards the others, but they do not perform their part. How to handle these situations?
Yeah. The very first thing is be happy about it. I have met many people. They do their best to complete their duties and responsibilities, and they do it beautifully, but they can't enjoy it because they are judging what others are doing. And if you are judging and measuring what others are doing, then you are unable to enjoy your own self, your own good actions. The very first thing is, my dear friend, please appreciate yourself. Please enjoy your work and be grateful for yourself. This self-appreciation is very important. If you know how to appreciate yourself, then you are not depending on external appreciations. And then, again, we had to do some kind of interaction towards those people who are not doing their duties and responsibilities. Also, we had to be sure, we had to make sure about it. Maybe it is our own judgment. Maybe we think that they are not doing their duties and responsibilities perfectly because of our point of view. Maybe from their point of view, they think they are doing things nicely. So we had to see themselves, their activities also from their point of view. And after that, we can speak to them. We had to speak to them. Maybe it is not pleasant, but everything in the life is not pleasant. Something is pleasant, something is not pleasant. That is the reality. So we had to speak. We had to speak as a friend, not as a police officer or judge. And maybe they are not aware about what they are doing. They are not aware about how they are doing. So, therefore, communication is once again important. And we had to find a way to teach them. Sometimes we had to be tough, of course. Sometimes we had to be gentle, because sometimes we had to speak in their own language, what they can understand. But after making all these efforts, we might be not success. This can be also a reality what we have to accept. I know sometimes it is very difficult to change others. It is very difficult to help others to change. Maybe we are not the right people to help them to change. Maybe this is not the right time. Then we have to accept their whatever their behaviors. By accepting, at least we can be peaceful.
Yes, so we have 4 more questions. Let me take the next question. Sometimes we feel when trying to be kind to certain people, they could be exploiting our kindness. How can we deal this? How can we deal with this?
Well, it can happen. And let it happen for first time or second time or third time, let it happen. But if it goes on and on and on, if they are misusing our compassion and sensitivity and friendliness, then of course, as I said, we can be tough. We can be firm. Being tough and being firm are not really negative, because it's a skill what we had to learn to be firm and to be tough without having hatred. So that's why it's a skill. If we say no, no, it is very firm. But then it is not negative. That no is not negative if it comes from the heart. If it comes from the anger or hatred, then of course that no is very negative. It transmits negative energies. But we can say no firmly, don't do this firmly, without anger, without hatred. So we don't have to be angry to say no. It's a skill. It's a meditation. So learn to speak their languages. Their languages means some people can understand gentle language and some people are unable to understand that gentle language because they didn't learn that language. Therefore, we have to speak in their own languages. So it is just a language. No emotion is inside of that language.
Yes, thank you, sir. Let me take the next question. If some bad entity hurting everyday person's mind and body, how to do metta for these creatures?
Well, the first thing is, how do we know that that there is an entity or a being is involving to our body or mind? Maybe it is our judgment, it is our imagination. Therefore, we better to not to come a conclusion, ultimate conclusion about those experiences. As a meditator, what we can do is we can be aware on what we experience with the body and what we experience with the mind. Maybe body feels sick, body gets sick, body is not comfortable, and mind is agitated, whatever. So that is the reality, but we don't know what is behind it. So we think some body is there, something is there, but all are imaginations or somebody else's predictions. So if you really want to practice meditation, then be aware on what you are experiencing with your body and with your mind. Be aware on all those discomforts, physical and mental. And then try to make friends with those unpleasant bodily and psychologically experiences. Be friendly. That means please accept them. Accept. And then try to cultivate and radiate some positive energies, healing energies towards your own body and towards your own mind. Let your body and mind feel that you are a true and genuine friend to yourself. And with this foundation, please radiate some healing energy. May this body be well. May my mind be well. May whomever is around here be well and be peaceful. Actually, by practicing metta in this way, you can help yourself and you can help whomever if there is.
Thank you. Let me go to the next question. How to help others in their own grow process without criticize them or harm them? If you need to show them at the same time the discipline they need to develop and the habit they need to change for have a better tomorrow with the nature and the other individuals.
Yeah, the best way to teach others is being a good example. By being a good example, we can teach others. This is the very strong way to teach. Theories and words and concepts, they are not so important. The most important thing is what you are doing, what we are doing. Therefore, whatever you want to teach others, do it by yourself. Maybe it takes some time, but that is very powerful way to teach. Let others see, let others notice how you live, how you behave, how you talk, how you work, how you take care of the environment. Let others notice. By being a good example, you can influence others. Only then you have to speak very little words. But if you are not being a good example, then of course you have to speak thousands of words, but no power, no any power in that word. But if words are coming from your own experiences, from your own life, then those words are very powerful. So there are many other ways, but this is the wonderful and best and practical way to change others, by being a good example.
Let me go to the next question. So thank you very much for opening our eyes on Metta meditation practice. As you express, this whole world lies on giving and getting. Why this meditation technique concentrate only on giving, spreading love to whole world, not on both, giving and getting also? Can you please elaborate on this?
Well, if you are giving true friendliness, real compassion, true love to the world, then of course, naturally and automatically you are gaining lot of things, so many things. So one of the things is that you are safe, fully safe from natural disasters. We cannot buy this thing. How much we are rich, how much money we are having, but we cannot buy. And the very first benefit is, according to that Mettanisansa Sutta in Sutta Nipata, there are 11 benefits. The very first benefit is one can sleep peacefully. If you practice metta, if you're giving this unlimited friendliness to the world, then you can sleep peacefully. So, who can buy a peaceful sleep for whatever amount, for whatever price? One can wake up peacefully. When you wake up, you feel like you are a flower, no tiredness at all. And the third benefit is no nightmares or bad dreams. So likewise, you are gaining so many things, but you don't have to expect. You don't have to ask for them. Just by giving and radiating and generating this unconditional and non-judgmental friendliness, by practicing it physically, verbally, and mentally, you are gaining a lot more than what you are giving. So no need to worry about losing anything. You are not losing anything.
The next question is also something relevant to the previous question, sir. How to distinguish what is needed and what is expected? Today seems we are confused about this.
Well, therefore we better to wait for a while. Whenever we feel that some need is there, then we no hurry to buy it, or no hurry to go there, or no hurry to say this. We better to take some time. And if it's a real need, then it comes again and again. If it is just an expectation, then it disappears. After a while, it disappears and another expectation comes about something else. This is the way expectations go. But the real needs are staying with us for a while. So tomorrow again that need is speaking to us. And the other one is with needs. Needs have limits, but expectations are unlimited. How much we gain, how much things others are doing for us, no satisfaction. We cannot be satisfied by fulfilling expectations because no limit. It is a bottomless bucket. But needs are limited. Like our stomach is limited. So this is one of the very practical criteria to define, see the difference between needs and expectations.
Yes. Thank you, sir. That's the last question we had. So with that, we come to the end of this session. I think you started the session saying that we always have the focus on our expectations, but it's always nice to think back and step back to see what we can give back to the society, to the nature. I think in Dhyana, that is what we are trying to do, give this beautiful phenomena which heals the whole world, to give this to the society. And if we all can practice meditation, this will be a beautiful place. So with that note, let me thank again our speaker today, Upul Gamage sir, and all the members who joined with us today. And we will be continuing this program every month, a day before Poya. Same time, 6:30 to 7:30. So please keep in touch with us on Facebook to know about the upcoming events. So have a good evening. Thank you, everyone.